Oh my god. I knocked that thing out of whack. What's happening? It's Guitar Mod Squad here with Johnny B and TV.
Hey,
What's
what's
happening,
up?
dude?
Hey, man.
Check it out. I'm all fancied up today because I'm doing a very special Mod Squad show today because we're going to be putting this live into this
Oh, look at
awesome
that.
Meteora. Look at that thing.
That's cool. Hey, Janice. Hey, BC Rich.
What's happening, everybody?
You know, since you said you never see those things,
What do you mean?
right? That guitar, the
Oh,
Meteoras.
it's not that you never see them. It's like the day that they went, like they
They
went
sold
on
out
the
the first
market.
day.
They sold out by like noon.
Okay.
And
Speaking of
they did
sold
have
out,
them in 2018,
um,
2019, 2020, but they had the different hardtail version as well as the string through body version. They did a tele version with Jim Root
hmm
originally that had the block kind of, bass style block inlays in it. It was like a blonde one. It looked super cool with the black inlays over the maple, and I thought
yeah,
that was a super cool guitar. But you know, I wanted a Strat style kind of setup. In other words, I wanted a wiggly whammy tremolo-y vibrato bar on there, right? And they finally did that, as well as some of the other kind of features that I like, which is a 12-inch radius fretboard, really nice satin, comfortable C-shaped neck, rolled edges, and nicely crowned and filed off, frets. So,
hmm
and these
hmm
are the medium jumbo frets, I believe. I prefer the more vintagey ones, honestly, but I'm used to a lot of the medium jumbos on a lot of the other guitars I have anyway, so it's kind of like I'm getting used to
hmm
that. But my original Strat that I had in the '90s, dude, it was more of those thinner kind of vintage. I don't know the number or what they're called, but the thinner style, you know, vintage style kind of fret wire.
Right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway,
Anyway,
so you see those now? Like when you go to guitar centers, they
no,
have
I
them
have not.
always?
No, they're on back order. That's
Well,
why I
then
did
that's what
not
I'm
want to return
saying.
it.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
telling you. I saw one at a guitar center. When we were at
From
Guitar Center Hollywood, there was one there.
Oh, well, that would make sense because they had a lot of really cool stuff there, and
They
they
actually
probably
have a
bought
lot of
a ton of
guitars
them.
there.
Yeah, they probably bought a
That's a
ton of them because
pretty big location.
they have
One of the
the money.
biggest.
Yeah, I think it's the biggest one I've ever been into. Well, yeah, I'd say it is because the San Francisco one is pretty huge and has that entire upstairs drum area, which I really like. That the drums are upstairs and away from
The
everything
one on Van
downstairs.
Ness.
Yeah,
I've never been up there. I played a
you
gig, the
gotta meet
Mayflower.
up,
We
man.
played a gig down the street one time where my overdrive pedal broke. I actually had to
Wow,
run over there and grab a pedal before the gig.
dang,
This was back in 2009 ish or eight.
the year 2000.
So I had never been upstairs, but I have been to that location though, just
Yeah, and
downstairs.
I remember when they had, like, I think at least two different locations from where they're at right now. I bought my first keyboard controller.
Keyboard.
Nah, keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
I bought my first really serious keyboard controller, a Roland A80. Made no sound. It just controlled modules, right? But it was really, really
Mm-hmm.
a nice feeling piano, feel with touch sensitivity and really nice oil damper feel. I
Mm-hmm.
felt like a real piano. Didn't sound exactly like a real piano because it's never going to be the same as like playing a live acoustic piano, right? It's not.
No.
But with headphones on, sometimes I'd be with effects and stuff. I could get it sounding pretty killer. But the thing is, the first serious keyboard I bought was at Guitar Center at Venice and Market. Remember when it was on the corner?
Yeah.
When it was way back in the day on the corner. Yeah, now it's way up past Sutter Street. Used to
In
be
the
a
'90s,
Yeah.
I first went there in '92.
All right,
The
yeah.
Guitar Center
That's
on
about the
Market.
time I bought that
That was a
keyboard. Right
long
around
time
there.
ago.
I remember seeing a Parker Fly guitar there that day when
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at that keyboard.
Yep. Yep.
And
They
I
had
think another
those.
couple of years I bought a VK1000, which is like a drawbar organ kind of Rhodes piano made by Roland. And that thing was a heavy, big ass killer keyboard, but that thing did all the kick-ass B3 sounds and everything, plus
Mm-hmm.
and stuff and everything, and had
Mm-hmm.
built-in effects, and it was amazing. That thing originally went for about $3,000, and then they knocked the price down to $999, and I bought one. So
No,
I'm like,
no,
I'm
no,
getting one
no.
now. 999.
Uh-huh.
By the way, we'll say hi to the chat real quick, but I wanted to give a shout out to our good friend that's becoming friend, False Flag, who actually sent me a message in Messenger, and we were chatting up a little bit in there. He asked me, like, tell me about you.
Are you sure that wasn't me? Actually, that
Could have
sounds
been
like
you.
that sounds like some sort of a spam. I don't know.
Well, I have a picture of his face and him playing the guitar, so if it's not him, then there's actual video of him playing a guitar and stuff. But it could, maybe it's false. But I didn't
Usually,
give
when
away any
you get a
secrets.
message from somebody you think you know, and they're like, "Hi, who are you?" It's like, yeah,
No, this was like deep in already after other messages and stuff
that
from
doesn't
previous.
matter. It
Yeah, you're
doesn't
right. You're
matter.
right.
It doesn't matter. You
Oh,
can't. You always got to
here
be
we are.
cautious.
Here we are, Johnny.
You think
Here
you
we
know
are.
people, and you don't.
Right? You should.
It's
If
the
you can
internet.
message him. You probably messaged him before. Message him and get him into the chat and say, hey, False Flag. I won't give away your real name. Starts with a. No, I'm kidding. I'm not even going to say a letter. But yeah, if False
I don't
Flag,
even know his real name.
if you're
Some
around this
crazy
way,
people think I'm him.
yeah, those
They
people
think we're the same person,
those people.
and those people are really nuts.
Be nice, Johnny. Some people just have a hard time in life and trying to get through it all with their own crazy ways. But I understand what you're saying.
You just said crazy.
I did.
That's right, Deja Voodoo.
Well, one thing I wanted to tell you is that part of what I'm trying to change with yeah, there you go, man. Tea, right? Are you sipping tea?
Whiskey.
Oh, it's about
Yeah,
time.
tea.
It's about time.
Whisk tea.
Whisk tea. You whisk it right
Whisk
before you
tea.
whisk it with a
Yeah.
spoon. Then it's whisk tea. It's literally whisk tea. But yeah, I wanted to tell you that part of, when I first started this channel back in the day, and I made the name Music Therapy Laz, I was really wanting to do something more almost educational slash, not like this at all.
But
This
what
whole gear
happened?
thing. Yeah, what happened? Well, gear, and then what happened in the last couple of years happened, and I just got more obsessed with gear, and I got more obsessed with. And I always loved gear. I mean, when I had my studio back in the days, I mean, I really
So when
had
you
a lot
say
of really nice
gear,
gear. Yeah.
when you say gear, what does that mean? To you?
Anything that I use to make musical sounds with, or even want to make musical sounds with. Like, for example, that amp.
Anything
right
you can play a C chord through.
Yeah, at least. That's the one chord that I know where it is outside of an E chord, an A chord, and a G chord, and a D chord, and some other chords like an F chord up there. But I still need to learn the fretboard. I'm one of those guys that just plays the guitar. I don't, I make up chords. Like, I write songs and I just come up with chords and off of bar chords or whatever, and I kind of figured out what to do. I don't know I know the chords on a piano, but it's different. I never had any classical training or any real musical training, so everything's by ear and just picking it up. So, what I always thought was cool is some of the best musicians in the world are like that. They don't even know sheet music and stuff. They'll know like changes, and they'll know an A from a D and a B and a E and a whatever. But some of these guys, I remember hearing back when Chris Isaac and his band was first getting hot, and some guy said, play a blah blah blah, and he's like, we don't know that. We just play. And that guy was a boxer originally and going to college, and then he got into singing. So it's quite an interesting background that some people that are become musicians have, right?
A friend of mine played
But
on
yeah.
one of his records.
There you go.
Played
So
guitar.
yeah, Deja Voodoo. He's the same way. He doesn't know a C chord from an A chord from a whatever chord. But I mean, it's not like I don't want to. It's just there's barely enough time for a lot of things. But I did buy the Beato book, Johnny.
But
So
let me
I have
just
hope.
well, not very good for you. Making him richer. The thing is though, Laz, a lot of people, they make up for what they don't know with knowledge. They make up in just hoarding.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of that right now.
So
It's
is that
really a good thing?
that's what it sounds like. It's like I don't know how to
Well-
play a C chord, but I can have all this nice stuff.
Yeah, but it's also art to me. So to me, music is a form of art. It's not just let's say a profession per se or something. So to me, the art of it is another side of it that I enjoy. So I could have paintings on the wall or pictures on the wall. Instead, I have guitars.
I've got
Yeah,
this painting behind
there you
me.
go.
I don't
That's
have any. I don't have anything.
you have
All I
an
have is this.
armoire. But you kind of from the very early days, Johnny, you knew you wanted to be a guitarist and you wanted to do that, and that was going to be, and whatever it took, that was going to be your
Something
profession.
I learned years ago,
Mhm.
because I mean
Mhm.
the truth is I've had some opportunities that not many people have had.
Right,
I
right.
mean, I was
Amazing
signed
opportunity.
to a major record label. I mean, pretty early on.
Right,
Not that anything happened with it, but I took a crash course in what it's like to become like a rock star
right,
type of
right.
thing.
Yeah.
And what I learned, what I learned actually, it's not about what you have.
Oh, absolutely
It's
not.
not
You
at
can have
all
anything.
about the
No,
gear. It's really not
no,
about the gear at all.
no.
It's about what you do with it.
Right. Oh,
If you
totally.
can have the crappiest guitar,
Yeah,
the stupidest little amplifier,
totally agree.
but it's about who you know. It's all about who you
Yeah,
know, what you know, and how you use the tools that you
absolutely.
have.
I think you're
That's
absolutely
the
spot
truth.
on.
That's the
Oh, it
total
is.
truth.
It is totally true. And one other thing I'd like to add to that, because it was his birthday just the other day, Pete Thorne. He did a series on what it takes to become an, make it in the music business. And his number one episode, a number one rule, or whatever you want to call it, is, or piece of advice, is just don't be a, don't be a jerk, don't be an a-hole. Because if you're gonna want to make it in the music business, you got to be a cool hang. You got to be someone that people want to hang out with and spend time, months on the road with and whatnot. And you got to be a good player. But if it comes between being a super great player and being a really shitty person, they're gonna go with the guy who's
It
a good player. That's a
it
really
comes
great
back
person.
around. It
Yeah,
comes
totally,
the way you treat people,
absolutely.
and believe me, I know a lot about this type of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
The way
yeah.
that you get treated, the way people treat you,
Hmm.
it comes back around because what happens is they're not just treating or let's say somebody's being mean to you or being weird
Hmm.
or whatever. You're not the first person.
Oh
You're
yeah, yeah.
one. You're
One
one
of.
in a line of
Oh,
many
I'm sure.
that's
Yeah.
been treated like that. And everybody and
Yeah.
believe me, people are telling me stuff. People say, "Oh, that guy. Oh, how did you not see that? How did you
Yeah.
not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are you shocked? Why are you totally surprised by whatever?
It's to me,
So
it's not about whether you're shocked or not. I think it's human nature to try to see the good in other people, and I'm definitely one of those glass half full or overflowing type people that is optimistic and hopeful that the better sides of people will rise, even if they're not necessarily good people. I don't believe that people are like necessarily bad or good. I think people behave badly or behave better or good, and they have a choice every moment in their life. Every moment they have a choice to be better or behave differently. And if they're nice and they're positive, they're helpful and they're supportive and they're loving, you know, then I think that they'll be better for it too. And but we're
this
getting
is the
off.
music
Yeah,
therapy
yeah. This
portion
is the therapy part, definitely. And I think
of the
music is
show.
supposed to be that way. I think music is there to bring the best out of us. Sometimes people listen to music to get it out, and they're like rah kind of music and stuff like that. And there's that. But from my experience in life, it's always been something that I turn to gain some pleasure out of or enjoy for myself. Also, share some of that enjoyment with others. I've written pieces on piano and whatnot, and even guitar, that I played for people, at their weddings or even at funerals and things like that. I've done, all kinds of stuff to, be there for my friends and family at events, birthdays, and whatnot. And back when I was in my early 20s or whatever, I did try to do something like go out there and play live and do some gigs and whatnot, like for some weddings and this that. But it wasn't what I wanted to do. I always wanted to write music. I always wanted to do something on a bigger scale level and a bigger level of like making movie music or something like that. And it might be crazy at my age to still think that I could do something like that. I still have that dream, and I think those dreams are what kind of carry us forward and give us purpose. You know. So all this gear, of course, I can't play that Van Halen guitar like a Van Halen dude. I can't play the Satriani guitar like, I can't play that V like Richie Faulkner, but if I could own a Ferrari, I don't have to be, Mario Andretti. You know what I mean? To drive that Ferrari down the street. And that's how I feel about these. If
I've
I
ridden
can
with
own one
you.
of these,
You already
yeah,
think you are
there
him.
you go.
Yeah, I
So
mean, that felt, dude.
anyway, so what I'm saying is that I don't think that you have to, have the skill to own the things. Though I think there is you could call it hoarding or you can call it collecting. To
Collecting.
me,
Well,
it's
yeah,
more,
maybe
yeah. To
maybe
me, it's more
collecting.
collecting, and to me,
Maybe
it's like I
maybe
said, it's an
maybe
art.
collecting. Maybe
Yeah,
it's a nice collection, and it is. It
yeah.
is a nice collection.
It's a nice
But
collection, but
but
also,
but
Johnny, go ahead. I'll give you my butt after your butt.
I don't want your butt.
All right.
But I mean, all I'm saying is that
Oh, sorry, wrong
is
button.
that real musicians don't. It's not about what
Right,
you have; it's how you
right,
use it.
right, right.
That's
Absolutely
what.
not,
That's
and
that's
I
that's.
totally agree. And you can see people like Bukovac is the perfect example. You can toss him a freaking ukulele and he'll make it sing like nothing that you've ever heard before, because that's how he is. But I've always had kind of a natural ability with music, and I don't practice nearly as much as I should. Definitely to be calling myself anything other than a collector or whatnot. But I do consider myself like a closet musician or instrumentalist. I like playing the bass. I like playing the drums. I like, playing the guitar and definitely
Let's
the
see your
keyboard.
bass.
Yeah. Well, right now, this is not my intern Nick actually gave me this bass, but I do have a Spectre bass.
Oh, there you
In
go.
a
Okay, so you
want
do
to
have a
see the
bass.
you want
Okay,
to see the
good.
Spectre bass? Hold on, let me show you the Spectre.
No,
All right, you don't want to see it? Then you don't get to see it, John. Anyway, but we're going
I'll
on. We
see
gotta
it.
do a. We
I'll be
gotta
there
do a.
tomorrow. I'll see it tomorrow.
That's right. That's right. So that's gonna be fun. So another reason, like I was gonna say, is that my butt is that the other reason I
No,
have all these different styles of guitars is that if someone like you wants to come in and play in here, you know, you can choose, and a style of guitar will be here for you that we can play some music or record with that might, you know,
hmm
might inspire. And
Are
that's
you
part of
set up
having a
yet?
studio.
Didn't you
Close,
say something
close.
about last week? Your studio was going to be totally
There's
done.
always stuff happening. That's the problem. Is that I, as an apartment manager around here, one of the problems that I have is I thought that I had both rentals that were empty rented last weekend. There was a deposit on one, and another guy was for sure gonna take the unit, and now both of them are backed out. They both backed out, and so now I've been running around doing showings and doing all
Because
this stuff.
they're like, what's all that loud
Time
guitar at
consuming,
3 a.m. we keep hearing?
right? Well, on headphones. I would be playing in headphones then. I have one of those mini Mustang amps, those Fender ones that are really cool.
hmm
But anyway, the thing is, at some point, yeah, I mean, it's almost becoming a running joke with me and family, even that, dude, when are you gonna make some music in there? And I will, but it's just hard to get it done around everything else. And so I'm not trying to pretend to be something I'm not. I'm just, working my way there, and eventually
This studio better be bitching.
it already is.
This better be some amazing. I mean, I've been to that room. That's a tiny room, man. I
It's
mean, what you
tiny.
guys are seeing in this
Yeah,
camera,
yeah.
this is basically all there is.
Well,
You know?
I'll show you guys what if you want to see it. I'll hook up the camera, and then we'll get to what we all came here for, installing that, right? Because it won't take long, right? Let me show you guys around. Hold on, let me close the curtains on the closet here, because that you don't want to see. Oh shit! Hold on, I have to unplug the headphones for a second because it's underneath everything.
By the way, welcome everybody. I'm
Yeah,
gonna take over.
why don't you go ahead and do that,
Let's make this into Johnny Bean TV. June 26, 2022. It's 12:53 p.m. 9:53 a.m. out here in Santa Cruz, California. We got Santa Cruz. We got Livermore, where the studio is. We got Mike Olson. We got Janice Lala. We got Blackjack Guitar. We got Hobo Rody. We got, let's see, Michael B., who thinks he was kicked out. But no, you're still here, man. Janice Lala is here.
Janice, are you getting a little crazy on
James
the,
G., Charles 75N, I'm just going to keep reading. William DeSalva, Mike Olson, Hobo Roadie, Charles 75 Man, Janice Lala, Matthew Stewart, and Lucas, L&M Guitar Corner,
Lucas.
Deja Voodoo, Blackjack Guitar, Tim Thomas, Music Therapy Laz. I think that's everybody. 18 watching. We got 8 thumbs ups. Let's get some more thumbs ups.
Yeah, get those
please.
thumbs up.
Look at that messy desk.
I have to hook up. Everything's just thrown on top of there. I've got to hook everything up over there, and I've got a bunch of mail and stuff that I've got to get through. That's over there, and then ship out some stuff too to some people.
So where's the actual studio portion? Because the studio is like a DAW. It's like like rack. It's like outboard gear.
There's the computer, and then I'm gonna have some stuff all hooked up there. There still needs to be a platform that's put up over there to raise that up, and then I have to soundproof that window with some curtain kind of stuff.
Where does that window go?
It goes out to my patio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then I got this wall now. That's my fancy lighting system. And then I've got
that's what's going to start the fire that takes the entire place out.
Actually, those bulbs are very low wattage, so it won't. It's not. You can't even feel the warmth.
Oh, there's that thing.
I did that on purpose just to be funny because it looks terrible. I'm gonna actually make my own.
That's so weird, man. What's the point of that?
It's stupid. Yeah, but I bought it because it gave.
It's like underwear for a guitar.
It looks like a G strap over a guitar.
Yes, a G. It's a G. It's a G string strap.
It's like a pad. It's like a maxi pad over the top. Anyway, there's a little hanger for my ukulele that has my violin bow right there. And then here's my closet where I have all
What's behind that curtain? Let's see what's behind the curtain.
I'll show you. It's nothing I'm embarrassed about or nothing. Hold on, I gotta put this somewhere though. Hold on.
He hangs his underwear on hangers.
I do. I actually.
I mean, look at that guitar. That's literally underwear.
Hold on. Damn, how do I clip this on here?
Look at that.
If I can clip this on here.
Look, there's the drum set.
No, this is gonna fall. Hold on. How's that?
Oh no! Look out!
You guys want to see
behind there a new car?
There it is. It's just my t-shirts from all the shows, like the NAMM show.
Look at that. Let's see that orange shirt.
That orange shirt. Whose is that?
Show us the orange one. There we go. Look at that.
But I thought, you know what? Instead, I'm gonna
hey, Will Dunham.
Julio's show because this is the guy that turned me on to the Vega-Trem in the first place. So. Anyway, so that's
man.
Nothing to see here. Move along. These aren't the closet toys you're looking for. Anyway, yeah, nothing weird. And then, of course, right here I have that half stack that I need to put the speakers into that I bought. And then here's the case for the Friedman's in there right now. And then here's that bass I was telling you about. It's in here. And then I've got my orange Gretsch in here that I need to make a nut.
Man, that's a lot of guitars, man.
I know, man, it's crazy. But like I said, each guitar does its own thing. You know what I mean? I got a 7-string Cort multi-scale guitar for that kind of genty stuff. If I ever want to have someone do that, or I can learn how to do that. Mm-hmm. So all of it has kind of a crazy purpose. And it might be a little crazy, but
you're gonna need some real air freshener in that room.
We're entitled to that. Yeah, you're right about that because I remember when we had that 10x20 studio. Oh my God, it could get a little bit stinky.
Oh my gosh, Michael B. Tonight on the Sunday Night String Change Show, I have a guest.
Right on. Michael B has the guest, or you're the guest?
No, I have a guest. Luke Skyscraper James will be with me. He's in a band called This. You don't have any cards, do you? His band is called
I have
This Twisted Wreckage. Here we go. This is my buddy Luke Skyscraper James. Cool. He'll be with me tonight, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific. We'll be talking.
So that's the studio room.
He has a new single out.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. So we have some great stories for you guys too.
Yeah, I bet. I'm
And I've
looking
actually
forward.
met him in real life. He used to come into the store I used to make sandwiches at. He used to come in
Thanks,
years
bud.
ago.
And the other thing that I really need to do here is, where all the guitars are hanging. I don't know if you noticed, but before I used to have the guitars closer together. Well, I have them spaced apart to make the Soundtrap designs, or what I used to call them, those STDs. Bad name, but I thought it was funny at the time.
You're
But now
making
I'm calling
STDs
them.
in that room?
I'm now calling them Soundtrap designs. Yeah, STs, Soundtrap design guitar
Jack
hangers.
Flash.
Because I thought the Soundtrap, design guitar hanger, but it was a bad acronym. So I went with what you suggested. Hey, Jack Flash. I went with the Roxy's guitar hangers, named after Roxy. So ROX-EASE, Roxy's guitar hangers, which are basically an acoustic treatment that your guitar hangs on, so you can acoustically treat your room and it looks good, and at the same time sounds good too. Looks as good as it sounds. That's my tagline for that. How about that? So I'll be making those for each of these guitars all around the room, and that will sound treat the room for live sound stuff, even though it's not the best room for that. And obviously it's too small, but still it'll look cool and it'll be cool, and we'll see if that's actually a product anyone might want to ever buy. But I do have plans to finally make you one after 3 years of promising that. And I did give one to Phil McKnight when I met him and bought that Phil McKnight, previously owned Phil McKnight Friedman from Dane at Zim's Guitars when we did that Tuesday night show. Remember? I think that was the first Tuesday night show you guys ever had me in, which was really cool, man. Yeah. So after 30 minutes of talking about that, and it all started from the conversation that I was having with False Frog, because he's like, tell me about yourself. So I didn't give away any secrets, no numbers or anything like that. But I told him a few things, and I told him come join the chat and learn more. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if that's really him.
False Flag, where are you?
Yeah,
well what time is it where
real
he
name,
is?
so I can expose him if it's really him. What time is it there in Australia? It might be like the middle of the morning or something. Might be like after midnight. We're gonna anyway.
Stephen Franklin.
Let's say hi to everybody, Johnny. Did you say
I already
hi
did.
to all of the people?
I did while you were walking around your room there.
Including Stephen Franklin?
Right. Stephen Franklin's here. Janice got the glary. That's right. Will Dunham.
From Facebook.
Thank you.
See, I got people from Facebook, Johnny.
Amazing.
Yeah. Thank you. So the Vega-Trem, as you know, is already in.
Thank you, Sean.
Guitar. And that's the one where you discovered it in, playing it in that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
My Sonic Blue Blacktop Strat. And now we're going to put it into this. So I haven't done anything with this. It's got the original strings on it and the original everything. And we're just going to go ahead and start taking things apart. What do you think?
Yeah.
So let's see. I got my little guitar kit right here. My little kit of stuff. And then I have like this little bucket O stuff too. This one has that favorite tool of yours, Johnny, that I know you love the sound of. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Oh, there you go.
So I should mute myself, right? While I do this, or do you guys want to hear the sound? Yeah. Is that bad? Should I mute myself?
Yeah, it's a little weird.
All right, why don't you talk? I'll mute myself here. And then you talk away. Tell people stories about your Vega-Trem install experience and what you thought.
You guys, the Vega-Trem, I mean, it's awesome. If you guys saw my show last night, if you didn't see it, I'll put it in the chat. By the way, the show I'm doing tonight, here's the link again. Tune in, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific. The Sunday Night String Change Show with Luke Skyscraper James, old friend of mine. He was in a band called Fashion Music in the 70s, and they actually got to play some shows. They got to open for the Police. Very cool. He's actually old friends with Andy Summers. So check out the show tonight. But last night I did I didn't actually do the install. The install that I did was a few days ago, and I filmed it. But I did some demos with the Vega-Trem last night on Saturday Night Live.
That thing was in tune pretty much the whole time, wasn't it?
Yes.
I can show you
Let's
guys what I'm
see.
doing now.
X4 is the end of the code. Here we
Taking
go.
off the back plate.
Here's my show from last night. Check it out if you want to hear the Vega-Trem in action. There we go. There's the link. Spamming the chat. Check it out. It's an awesome, awesome bridge, you guys.
It really is amazing, huh?
It really upgrades your guitars. I was getting messages this morning from people, messages and comments.
You
And,
should have probably told Adam, stock up on those babies, because people are going to be calling.
oh, I'm sure they already are.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have been. I'm sure they have been for quite a while. Amazing.
I almost bought one from him, but I ended up finding a cheaper deal through some company out of Oregon, some small shop. So I bought it there instead. But anyway, free shipping, and it was like $50 lower. 15%, even off the 15% that you get with your artist pricing, or whatever you want to call it, discount, affiliate. Is that what it is? Affiliate.
Well,
You can't.
yeah,
call it
I get the artist price with FU.
Well, like if other people want to buy FU Challenge stuff, they get 15% off if they use your affiliate link, right?
Of course.
I'm going to save these and boil them like Eddie Van Halen used to when he was poor and didn't have strings.
Well, that's not the reason why he boiled them. You don't. Well, when you're poor, you don't boil strings and eat them. I mean, I guess you can.
And eat them. Did I say eat
Yeah,
them?
and we missed Laz last night in Los Santos. We missed
I'm
you,
sorry.
man.
We
We were getting trolled nonstop, and
I bet.
and they could have gone after you instead.
Well, they would have gotten bored killing me because it's too easy. That's for sure. But what I wanted to say is that the reason I haven't been able to join is because I had a little issue with some stuff in my right eye where I have my contact lens, the one working eye that I have. And the thing is that it was getting blurry. So if I'm looking at a screen or anything, like it was getting blurry and tearing constantly yesterday. So I'm giving my eyes a rest from the contact lens now for a few days so that it feels normal. And so that's why I didn't come in. Otherwise, I was actually awake and I would have been happy to join. All right, back to muting because I'm going to pull all these out.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. 21 watching. Awesome. We got 13. Only 13 thumbs ups. Smash that thumbs up, you guys. We got enough people here. And hope everybody's having a great Sunday. Let us know in the chat where you're watching from today. I am in Santa Cruz. If you guys don't know where that is, that's where is that? South Bay. Below the South Bay. If you guys know the Bay Area. San Francisco, which is considered... What is San Francisco? It's not even considered anything. It's just San Francisco, right?
You're on the coast. That's what they call it.
Okay, yeah, I'm on the coast. Literally, I'm right on the coast. I could actually take you guys to the ocean right now if you want to go.
That'd be great. You got to do that one time.
Oh, Stephen Franklin, back to boiling strings. Okay. Okay, the reason Eddie Van Halen boiled his strings was so they would stretch when they were brand new.
Interesting.
He'd boil them brand new so they could stretch. That was before he was using the Floyd Rose or the Vega-Trem. The Vega-Trem didn't exist yet. The Floyd Rose didn't exist yet. So he was boiling strings before he put them on, not after he put them on. Okay. Laz has passed out. Somebody clip that. Oh, you don't have the clip feature on here. Oh, no.
Yeah, I do. I should have the clip feature.
I don't see it.
I've seen it just go to
Somebody
wreck.
clip that and
Yeah,
tweet that
I have
out.
the laptop like leaning down with the camera on it so that you could see what I'm doing, and then it just decided to close all the way. So how's that? Hopefully it doesn't like go all the way down. You know what I mean? Because the hinge on it's what's holding it in place.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I didn't do the 2 camera setup today because it's a pain to deal with. I'm just gonna plug this power cord back in now too.
Mm-hmm. But hey, look at this. We got Sean. He's in Youngstown, Ohio, or Northeast Ohio.
What's up, dude?
We have Zach Thong, Ontario, Canada. Clayton James, today is Gibbs Sunday. That's right, man. Thank you for reminding me. I usually post on Instagram about Gibbs Sunday. I'm going to have to do that. I'll do that when I'm at the cafe, enjoying my second glass of whisk tea. Janice Lala remembers the blue water. That's right. When I took you guys on a Saturday night, we actually took you guys to the ocean when they had the blue water for some reason. It was very weird.
That was pretty cool. I think that has to do with
it was awesome stuff.
Certain kinds of phytoplankton in the water around the algae that luminescent at night.
That's what that was?
Under the moon, yes. Science, John.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good stuff. And Mike Olson is in North Idaho. Janice Lala is in Stanford. Mike Olson, I started watching well, I don't watch them nonstop. I check out their stream. There's a food truck that goes live on Twitch. They're from Idaho. And they're live like at midnight. Like when I'm here, like right after. The reason actually I'm over there is I play GTA on Twitch every night here. I tell you guys about that. You know, with friends like Zach and Robot and
Symmetry and Mike
Symmetry and yeah, Mike Neese is in the chat and Dantana, you know, all these dudes. And so, you know, I'm live on Twitch, and so I have another window open with my Twitch stream. Once I'm done, I'll see who else is live and I'll click over there. Anyway, there's this food truck that's in Idaho, literally right by one of the colleges there. And they're live, and they have a couple cameras, and you can see them making the food, and then you can see people coming up to their truck and ordering. You know, I think like macaroni is like a huge thing with them. Some sort of macaroni, like bacon macaroni, or you know, different things. But anyway, so I was watching them for like a few minutes last night before I went to sleep. But anyway, yeah, they're in Idaho. And Stephen Franklin, you haven't done a midnight store run in a while. I will be doing more stuff like that, man, Stephen Franklin. I'll be doing a lot of IRL stuff. Technically, tomorrow will be considered IRL because I will be at Laz's.
That's true.
I'll actually be right there where he is.
In Livermore, home of the home of the Giant Hadron Collider, if you must know.
Yes.
Oh, this is what I wanted. Here we go. So, here's a question for y'all in the chat. What strings should I put on this Meteora? I could put on these 9.5 to 42. No, these are 9. Okay, these are 9 to 42 NYXLs, which people say are not good for nickel frets because they're going to wear it out faster. I could put on these Henning Pauly's favorite M Steel Slinkies, Ernie Balsacks, but these are 10 to 46s, and I usually go 9 to 46 or 9 to 42. I like the 9 to 46 hybrid setup. Like, let's see, where do I have a set of those? Or I can just, go with these Blue Steels, Dean Markley, 9 to 42s.
9 to 42s. What do you think was on that guitar already? If you said those are the original strings from the factory?
Yeah, I can measure them. I have one of those little measuring thingies, but it's going to take forever here if I do that.
If I was to guess, I would say there's like 9 through 42s on there that came from
I would think you're right.
From the factory.
That is what was on there. So, as a matter of fact, these aren't the factory ones that were on here. These are the ones that the luthier put on, new strings, after he put on this beautiful new bone nut
Well then, what did you have him? What would you have them put on?
I might have actually given him a pack of strings, so I might have actually had him put on the Slinkies, the pink ones, the 9 to 42s. So the question is, should I go D'Addario NYXL or Ernie Ball? No, I'm not going to do the 10 to 46s, so bye-bye to those. That I'll put it on the B or something like that. That's different kind of scale length. Either the Blue Steels or the NYXLs. Which one? These are cheaper. These are way more expensive. These are like twice as much as these. So.
Do you have the pull feature?
No. No. So let's see. Nobody's saying it. Some people say, "Oh."
No, they're all saying it.
They're all saying NYXLs, right?
Stephen Franklin says
that's what we're going with
9 to 46. Yeah, everybody's saying stuff here.
Yeah, I'm going with these. Then.
Put acoustic strings on it. William DeSalva says. Stephen Franklin 9 to 46. Oberodi JoJo's are big here. Batter fried and dipped in ranch. Delicious. James G says String Joy.
I don't have any String Joys. You wanted me to grab my box?
James G, you sent me a pack of String Joy, right? I have a pack of String Joys over there.
Part of the reason
Am I blurry?
The studio being all over the place is bad is that I can't find things that I have otherwise easily accessible. Like my strings. I have a box of strings.
You have boxes of boxes there.
Of everything. I have boxes and boxes of stuff. Let me look in here. Yeah. Out there.
He's got boxes of matches there next to boxes of
grab this thing here.
Oils.
Oils. Oh, I don't, Johnny. Anyway, yeah, I don't know where they are. It's probably up in the closet, actually, where I keep my boxes and stuff. In the closet with the GIMP. We have seen them. Wow. Okay, there it is. Guitar.
The intern.
Yeah, right. Go here. Where? All right, let me pull this out from under everything.
Jack Flash. I do shows pretty much every day.
Yeah,
do you play others' tunes? What do you mean? But do I play others' tunes? Do I play like other songs on the guitar, or do I play other people's music?
Johnny, I don't think you usually play anybody else's music.
That's the question. No, I don't play other people's music.
Let's see.
I don't. I play my own music. I'll cover some different things on the guitar. Although Facebook doesn't like that. Facebook will mute your when you play other people's music. The Facebook portion of it will mute the audio.
Classical guitar strings. So I got some of these too. But these are 10 to 56s. No. So I found the ones I'm going to put on. I'm going to put these because this is what I was actually thinking about putting on originally. I thought the one that I grabbed was those. And it's not. So here we go. So these are actually.
Hey, welcome. We got the Philippines in the house.
I don't know if you could see that. The 9.5 to 44s. Hybrid. Look at that.
9.5.
9.5 to 44.
Mm-hmm.
So not so super slinky like a 9.
No.
A little bit heavier on the
end. But technically, if you're going to be changing the gauge on your string, you're going to have to reset up the entire guitar.
Yeah, you're right, Johnny. Now you're making me
if you want to get technical.
You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put the 990.
Put those old strings back on there quick.
I'm going to put the 9 to 4.
Boil them.
Save those. I could probably put the old ones back on because they're hardly used. Now you're really making me think. Should I put the old ones back on? What if they don't fit, though? No, they might not. Well, they might. Yeah, because I didn't wrap too many times around. You know, when you have locking tuners, you kind of just put it half around and that's it. Yeah, it's probably not going to fit.
Nah, put new strings on.
I'm putting
But you want to put on the same gauge.
yeah,
Sean,
42.
was I or am I in a band? No, Laz and I are not in a band.
No, not at all.
Not together. Although I've been in many bands. Here you can check if you want to check me out. JohnnyBean.com will take you to. Let's see, Is that right? This keyboard, I'm actually getting a new keyboard from this company because the keyboard is all the
new one because
all the letters and numbers have all like washed off. There you go, Sean. There's my link. You can click on that. You can learn about me.
All right, so I guess the next step is to take the old.
Wait a minute, that's not even the right link.
So we're gonna release the claw. Should we release the claw? This is why I have the mod squad here to help me do things I've never done before. So if you're changing out the bridge, Johnny, would you release the claw? I would say yes, right? Loosen the springs on here a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. It's silent. So quiet. So quiet with Johnny like not typing away there on his keyboard. So
apparently my
so I released the claw a little bit.
my link doesn't work. I'm gonna have to fix that.
What link are you looking for, John?
Here, I'll give you guys this one. Actually, you can just Google me. Just Google my name. Google Johnny Bean.
Yeah.
And leave a review.
QR code.
Leave this ain't my channel. I can actually give you I can give you guys the QR code.
You can send me the QR code and I can put it up. But anyway.
I can actually just hold it up to the screen.
Yeah, just Google Johnny Bean. You'll find him.
You can just Google my name. Laz, take that on the screen. You've got that looking good, Laz.
Oh.
Take that off.
Yeah, I can remove that. It's been there forever.
There you go.
Guitar.
There you go. Johnny Bean TV. Just Google Johnny Bean TV.
There you
go. There you go. Rax FX. What do I do for a living? I sit here and I talk.
That is what he does. This is all Johnny does, so you need to send him money and help him stay alive. All right, so took off the original springs. There were 3. I'll just throw it into the gig bag that it came with. All right, I put the screws for the back plate into this, like, whenever I get...
Thank you, the lamb.
I kind of keep these things because they're handy to have. All right. Now, basically, just lift up and voila.
The podcast for food. You guys, I'm so hungry. Oh, all I need is $1. Oh.
Pretty heavy, solid piece of block here. The original 2-point.
Actually, here. Johnny Bean.
And I'll probably put this in a bag. I might actually put this on another guitar, maybe, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
But for now, I'm just gonna set it aside. All right, and so now all we got is them 2 posts with them 2 screws in there, right? Now let's go ahead and open up the Vega-Trem box. You guys want to see that?
There you go.
Gotta take my glasses off to actually see what I'm doing up close.
There's my link. Click on that link. That'll take you to all my different places. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I do shows every day on my channel or channels. And somebody asked what my musical the highlight of my musical career was. I mean, it's not over yet. But some of the highlights was I was signed. I was signed to Universal Music. I was signed with Desmond Child, if you guys know who he is. I've toured the country. I've done a lot of stuff. Looking forward to do a lot more stuff in the very near future. But I write and record all my own music. So all my music on my channel, it's all me. I do all my own stuff. Yeah.
Should I talk while I do this?
Sure.
So I'm just basically taking the 2-point posts right out of the whatever you call that thing.
The posts?
Well, the posts are coming out.
And actually, I got to deal with this.
What are you dealing with?
I actually have something that's important that I actually do have to deal with.
Do it. Yeah, I'm putting the Chrome bridge on. The gold one that I bought, good question, Steve Franklin, is going on my Strat that's up there. So if you want to see, there's another install that I'm going to do for that Strat right there. So that's my 60th anniversary Strat, 2014 Strat. And it has all gold parts on it. And you can see there's a Vega-Trem sticker stuck on there waiting. I'm not going to stick it on the guitar, but anyway. But yeah, that gold one's going on there. And the one disappointment is that the Vega-Trem is not gold plated. It's got like a gold coating that looks kind of anodized, but it scratches off. So that's one thing I noticed. So here's the Floyd style trem arm that's going to go with this. And I've heard RJ.
Those are awesome.
Yeah. I've heard RJ Ronquillo, the guy who turned me on to these Vega-Trems, say that he wished that it came with a Fender style trem arm, because that's what he's used to. But I prefer this on a Floyd style thing. It has the weight of it. I like the feel of the weight of it a little bit more. Feels a little more robust to me. And I'm not really crazy about the little plasticky end thing anyway. I never have been. So. All right, so this says American adapter. I don't know what that's all about, but let's see what's in here. So this is the original stuff. I'm going to keep all the original stuff in this little plastic. So the original nut that came on this guitar, that's sitting in that little corner right there with the backplate screws and the post screws. And this says American adapter, so I don't know what that means. Might have something to do with this being made in Spain, in the plains of Spain, where it's mainly on the plane. So I think you might have to screw these in. Oops. You might have to screw these in here, because this is probably metric, right? That's what I'm guessing. Yeah, that's going in now. Nicely. Oh, I hope you guys can see this. Oh, my name's in the way. You know what? Let me just change that to. Can I change that to just simple Laz? I have to slide it over.
Yeah, you can change anything. But hey, I got to split. I got to go to the cafe, and then I get something important I got to take care of. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out.
Thank you for helping out, Johnny.
And oh, you're welcome, man. And yeah, there's my link in the chat. Right there.
There you go.
Click on that. And check me out tonight. I'll be doing a show tonight on my channel, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific. So come back. And then tomorrow, I'll be at Laz's. I'll be right there tomorrow with my guitar and my amplifier. We'll be rocking out.
Yeah. A head-to-head with the two 50s.
Yes. All right, rock on. I'll see you guys later. See you later, Laz.
All right, man. Have fun at the cafe.
Bye.
Ciao. So now we're big screen on me here. And I'm going to try to keep up with the chat at the same time, which is hard to do when you're working on something. So pardon me if I haven't said anything to anyone. If you want to repeat any question or anything you have, go ahead and put it up in the chat now. As a matter of fact, I'll have my phone on the show. Let's do that. And I'll bring it up. That way I can see the chat and respond there, right? That would make sense, right? By the way, some of you might not know that I'm actually planning to be at L&M Guitar Corner in Austria this August, which is super exciting. Yeah, okay, there you go. I can see it now. So, as a matter of fact, I can even put it closer. If I could find my little, yeah, let me grab that. I have a little stand that I use. These are great. If you need a little stand or holder for your phone, these are the best. Lamicall. Anyway, it's got a really sturdy hinge, and the way it sets on there, you can actually like push on it, you know, and it doesn't hinge too easily or whatever. All right. I think I see everybody there. Good. Yeah, it's better. So, hey, Michael B., Blackjack Guitar, Janice Lala, Franklin, Dick, somebody or another. Gozinya. Wonder who that is. I can only guess. Hey, Mike Olson, thanks for joining too. Sean Hockey, everybody else who's here, Deja Vu, blah blah blah. Lots of people here. Yeah, they're a little pricey, DG. I'll call you. Definitely. Hey, Adam D. Nelson Rodriguez, what's up? Zach Thong, everyone else. Hello to everyone. Thank you, Johnny, for saying hi to everyone. Hobo Rody is here as well. A bunch of other people. Anyway, thanks for coming, you guys. It's awesome to have this many people here. It's just 21 people in the chat, I think. 21 is what it says. Watching us, pretty cool. Don't forget hitting that like button. Yeah, thank you, Deja Vu. So you're going to C.G.S. Oh, it's already C.G.S. time. Dang, see? I hate going over. I hate that. And we got into totally off-topic conversation about other stuff in the studio here rather than staying on topic. Thanks, Johnny. That's all right. So anyway, let's try to do this as quick as possible. I hate running over C.G.S.'s show, man. That sucks. Yeah, go there. Or open up another, you know, get two things going on, right? Get two things going on. Open up two different screens on your laptop and have both running at the same time. Why not? So these adapters for the US go, you just want to go all the way in, and I don't over tighten because I'm going to assume that when I'm putting this puppy in here, it's gonna tighten right on there real nicely. Get this stuff out of the way. So these are the two screws that come, and basically what you do is you put this, which is the fulcrum side of the Vega-Trem, and you see those little slots on the ends there. Those little slots on the ends are the fulcrum part where this pivots. So there's like a blade and fulcrum. And see that? And it's going to pivot inside there. This part goes to that part like that. And pivots like that. Anyway, so let's go ahead and put that in there. Like I was saying, it's super easy to set this in there, and then just setting it up. Obviously, you want to get the height, the action, and everything set up just right. And one of the things Johnny was saying that is a little bit of an issue with these is these little sharp little, you know, saddle screws right along the edge there, right? Sticking up there, right by my nose. And those can, you know, cut into your palm if you rest your palm on there, like most people do. So the ways to solve that problem, apparently, are shimming up the neck, tilting the neck, so then you can then tilt these up and eliminate that. That could be one way of solving that, right? So basically, it just sets right in there. You want to get that on the pivot there like it is, I believe, right? There you go. Oops. Oh, might want to use the Phillips side for the Phillips screws, Laz. Okay, I don't think this necessarily needs to be in here yet. Let's go ahead and screw this all the way down. And there's no wiggle room here. This thing is just going right where it needs to go. So there's no wiggling. It's very high level of machinery here. Stainless steel, chromed. And then now we drop this puppy in there, right? We'll get that on the pivot in there. And then obviously when you set the spring and everything, you're going to be adjusting this. So this is probably the trickiest part of this right here, is just getting that fulcrum thing to be in its place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set this like this with that there. This is the reason why I put a towel on this tabletop as well, by the way. And you basically just use the two springs. And the way I've set it up before, and the way I like it, is basically from one end to the other. Okay, you know what? It might be easier to do it like this. I can't remember how I did it last time. Yes. Okay, so there is of course, a set screw to hold the spring in place. See right on the two ends there? So you gotta, they give you a little Allen key for that. Can't see with my glasses on. Gotta release that a little bit. And I like to put it on the two ends. That's how I did the other guitar. So we'll see how that works with this one too. But basically, it's going to go like that. So we got this one. Yeah. How does that? I don't think it needs to be like that. Oops, dropping this thing out of my hands here. Get this one in here. I just dropped that set screw, so I gotta find that. Wish I had some like fun music for you guys. That would be cool, right? That kind of music. Good old Benny Hill. So what I'm doing is I'm tightening this in there so it doesn't move around, right? So it won't pop out. And now I gotta go find the other one that fell down here somewhere. Found it. Okay. It's getting hot in here. I gotta put the AC on, man. Dang. Did it go from the other side? Can't remember now. Wonder. When you're whamming, do you want to go from this side or the other side when you're going? Oh, actually, yeah, I'm going to go from the other side. Because if I'm pulling back, I want to be able to go all the way, so that might get in the way. Okay, here we go. So there, we put that one in there. If you guys can see what I'm doing. Oops. I am tightening this little set screw right here to hold the spring in place so it doesn't fall out. Obviously, it doesn't have to be super tight. And these are rubber coated springs, which is also nice because they won't go boing on you. All right, now let's see if this is going to be as easy as I think. Stick it through just like that. Put that fulcrum on there like that. Grab one of the springs like that. Pull it onto the Z-claw like that. Go on while you're out of the way. Put the claw on like that. And make sure that it's fulcruming correctly. It is. Now we just need to tighten the claw once I've got the strings on there, right? So let's do that next. And sorry, Mike, that I'm overrunning your show. Hate that. So you know what I should do is block this, right? Rookie error here. Should just block this with something. So let's put something there that's going to make it like a block. How about this? This looks like perfect for this message. Okay, let me get the fulcrum on there correctly again. Yeah, it's there. There we go. Or is it? I keep knocking it out of place. Or am I? No, it's on there. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I should have probably blocked it with something, right? Anyway, I think this is going to work. It's going to make for a good little block thing. Now it's pushing it way out of whack, which is fine. Okay, so I just got to get some strings on here. Got to get some strings on here. All right, let's do that. My glasses back on so I can see. So who's laughing at me in the chat? Anyway. Leo, what's happening? Han Solo. He's going to start winning his Squire Bullet. There you go, buddy. It's going to make that Squire into a super duper guitar. All right, I can put all this other extra parts away. Put the packaging away. A little note from them. All this stuff I can put away. See, like that. Put away. All that. They have some little instructional thing. I'll keep that out just in case, but I don't really think I need it. There we go. Yeah, I'll keep those Allen keys out for now. All right. I should start on the high E, right? Do they have a color coding here? Yeah, first E is silver. Okay, that makes sense. So the one thing about these is that you got to feed them through, just like a guitar that has like those furrows or whatever you want to call them. And it might make sense to just do all of them all at once. Once you get them all through, then you line up everything, right? So that one's in. Where'd that other one go? Here it is. See, if we didn't go into all this like studio info stuff Johnny was asking about, we'd be done already. And not rolling over Mike's show. So sorry, Mike. Blame Johnny. It's his fault. But it is my show. I should be able to control my own show, right? All right, then where do we go from there? We go green and black. Okay. See, some people already know this stuff by heart, right? They change so many strings. They're like, oh, green is obviously the G string, right? Is that the G? Yeah. Is that the G? Oops. You drop that. So, yeah, I should tell you some stories while I'm doing this, right? So, as I might have mentioned before, I discovered these through the RJ Ronquillo show, and he actually has his Saturday morning show where he did a live install, I think, too, didn't he? I think he said it's so easy to install. I think he actually did a live install as well. And next we go purple. purple is next. Can't see. The thing is that when you do the lighting, so it's just right for you to look good on camera, it's a little darker otherwise. Okay, I'm just going through. There we go. Almost there. What are you guys saying? Something. You guys are probably talking to each other. Yeah, control your own show, says Dick. Oh my god. Who knows who that Dick guy is? Could be anybody. I don't have subscriber only mode set up yet, so subscribe, dude, if you haven't already. If you care to. You may not. I don't know. There's been some waves recently in the community that I hope die down a bit. But it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. I recently heard, it might have been an older video or interview, but I recently heard Randy Rhoads' brother, I forget his name suddenly, talking about the music industry and how cutthroat and tough it is. And honestly, it's one of the reasons why back in my early years, I decided not to really go into wanting to pursue the career in a sense, because I just thought, you know, it's just too much. There's too much negativity in the industry, and you have to give up so much, you know. And I didn't think I was that great or anything to really, you know, go for it. But I think back sometimes thinking that, you know, maybe I should have tried to give it a run. But I liked what I did back in the day doing the studio thing. That was cool. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and try to get one of these in here. Now, because I have the locking, you know what? Should I undo the claws? What do you guys think? I'm using this right here as a way to kind of keep it there, but it's not really the ideal block. Yeah, I might undo the claw. I might put the claw on after. I don't know. I wonder if they have like a... Yeah, it seems like it'll be easier to do it if I just get the low E and the high E on there, and then I can adjust, right? So I'm going to go ahead and kind of cut that a little bit longer than normal. I always check that my tuning posts are tight. The nut is tight. Gonna lock that on there because I can always adjust this, right? So what's good about having the locking nuts when you're doing this thing? Yeah, I can definitely go less over here. Sorry, it's so quiet. All right, got that. The high E on there. Just so I get the two ends. Find the hole, Laz. There you go. Lock that down. Loosen that up quite a bit. And I don't tighten that locking thing like super tight. See how that thing is going here. Put that claw on there. Spring on the claw. Check that pivoting action. See how that is. Make sure it's in its spot, which now it is. It popped in the spot. Get the rest of the strings on there. And then we'll do the adjustments, right? And then it's just a matter of adjusting the claw and then checking the intonation, all that kind of stuff. And I might not go into all that detail since we're running so late here already. Definitely having locking tuners makes this probably a lot faster. And I think Johnny did his without locking tuners. So hooray for Johnny. I'm going to go ahead and snip these a little high just in case, but I'm going to snippy snip, get them out of the way. Wearing two shirts in this heat right now, not a good idea. It's hot. Warming up in here already. There's the hole. Find the hole, Laz. There it is. Lock her down nicely. Anyway, we'll tune it. Gotta get all the strings on first. Getting there, getting there. Getting there. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there, almost there. Wow, does that black and silver look sweet? Yeah, it does all day, all night, yeah. Pretty much everything else about this guitar is just freaking awesome. The only issues I had was the nut. Nut was not really cut properly, and it actually chipped away. If you guys want to see what happened, I was using the string stretcher, and the high E, check that out. Can you guys see that? Yeah, so another reason why Tusk might not be as good as Bone. I think Bone's a little more solid. Okay, here we go. Last hole here. Last string. Locking her down. Get that under that little string tree. There we go. Cut that off. Cut that off. Can't see what I'm doing. Cut those off. Hey! All right, so obviously we got to get her way, because the claw's pulling it back quite a bit, but we got to get this thing in tune. So let me grab a tuner. Where's my handy little tuner? I think I even had it sitting here ready. Oh yeah, I have it right here. It's this little USB kind of style tuner that's rechargeable. I don't even know where the buttons are on this thing. I use it so rarely. Okay, there we go. Flat and open tuning. Let's just turn that on. Okay, there we go. Something's doing something here. Something's binding on something. Everything's normal there. Everything's normal there. Oh, no? No. Gotta take my glasses off. Thing is that I'm usually wearing my contact lenses. Something's causing some kind of binding. That's in its right spot. Is the fulcrum in the right spot? Yes. Something's causing that to do that. Very odd. It's like the string is laying right on the neck. And kind of weird. That's kind of weird. Something's not right. Maybe the saddles need to be adjusted right, obviously. Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, the saddle's way, way low. So I got to raise that up quite a bit. A lot, actually. And I'm going to have to check the radius and everything with my radius gauges. So this could take a little while longer than we probably want to do on this show, right? So let me go and release the tension on that. Yeah, so this is kind of the setup part of this. I guess that could take a little time because that is obviously way, way off. And maybe releasing the claw might help too, because it looks to me like it's really pulling down. Yeah, it is quite a bit. So let me go ahead and do that. On the next stand, thank you. Could get my longer screwdriver that has a longer shaft. That is what she said. Yeah, I think this is way down, so I gotta adjust that. So this could take quite a while getting all these things set up right. Yeah, these saddles need to definitely be raised up off the quite a bit off of where they are right now. They're way low. Who's that? Oh, I heard a noise. But I might end it here, you guys, because this is going to take a while. But bottom line is, yeah, the saddles here are way lower than they need to be, and I need to really get them set up just right. Check the intonation, all these other things, right? And it'll take a while to do that, and I don't want to like bore you guys all with that. So I think I'll end it for now because we've got the Vega-Trem in place, right? We just need to make an adjustment to the claw, to the saddles, and then check the intonation, check the string height, do all that stuff. It's going to take at least another half an hour or so. And I've already gone way longer than I planned. It's already 11 o'clock. So I'll catch you guys later tonight on Johnny Bean's String Change Show. See what you guys are doing in there. And I'll probably show you guys how it all ended up because I want to finish this here this morning, but I want to keep dragging this on. I want to go check out Mike's show too, CGS Mike. So let me go turn this back up here like that. But it's in. It's just not complete. I got to do a setup on this thing. So that's what's to be expected when you're changing a bridge, but it's not going to be too difficult to do, obviously. And I do have my my radius gauges and everything, so I can check it that way as well. It's got a 12-inch radius fretboard, so it should be easy to take care of the rest of this. So until next time, you guys, Music Therapy Laz, I'm going to be signing out. Catch you later. Have a great rest of your day. Don't forget that the secret to tone is not just in your fingers and your hands and gear and all that stuff. It's in your mind. It's in your heart. Put all that stuff together and rock on with all your crazy gear. You know, at whatever level you're at, do what you want. Enjoy your gear. Have a lot of fun with it. I'm going to have a fun time with this thing once it's set up right. Because, man, as you notice, Johnny really enjoying his. It's a lot of fun to play these Vega-Trems on a Strat style kind of bridge setup, right? So until next time, you guys, rock on. Laters.